There are 3 types of businesses in GTA Online. Active businesses, which include the special cargo, vehicle cargo, and hangar cargo. These businesses will require you to put in the most effort possible to see any money in return, such as doing the source missions, the sell missions, and basically everything about the business. You have to be online, you have to be actively pursuing that business in order to make any money. These businesses will require you to put in the most amount of effort. Then we have passive businesses. These will require you to put in the least amount of effort. All you have to do is do one simple thing: get the supplies. You can do that by purchasing them, you can do that by stealing them, and then all you have to do is sell them. And in this video, I'll be going over the best passive income businesses that are actually worth your time in terms of the selling missions and the profit that you get. Now, the third business is semi-passive. Now, what does this mean? Well, this includes the arcade and the agency. You see, the arcade and agency are both passive and active. What I mean by this is that the active tasks that you do for those businesses, for example, the agency, you do security contracts which require active time, and then that will generate passive income that you no longer have to touch and you can collect from your wall safe. That is semi-passive businesses. But let's get into the top 5 best passive businesses in GTA Online. There are 8 passive income businesses in the game, 5 of which are MC businesses. However, 3 of those MC businesses are terrible, but the meth lab isn't one of them. It comes in at the number 5 slot for the best passive income businesses. So how much profit does this actually make? For a full resupply cost, it will be $165,000. And this will generate a total of $446,000, which will give you a nice profit, $281,000 in 6 hours, which it takes to produce. That gives you a profit of $46,800 per hour, which, if you couldn't already tell, is a great profit per hour investment. Now, why have I put it at number 5? Well, the reason for this is because these have to be passive income and they have to be solo friendly if you really want to enjoy the businesses in a full passive way. You get online, you sell the product on your own, and then you log off, easy money. Well, the meth lab does require quite a lot of vehicles because the profit is a lot lower than most of the businesses on this list, which means you're going to get quite a lot more vehicles per bar than you would on other businesses, making more profit. So is it solo friendly? Not really. And it has low payout for the effort that you have to put in, which is $165,000 just to get $100,000 more on profit, but it is still one of the better MC businesses, definitely. Now let's get on to number 4. The best MC business in the game is the Coke Lockup, but it's at number 4 for overall passive income businesses, and there's a good reason for that. You see, the reason I put the Coke Lockup and the meth lab last is because while they are the best MC businesses, they aren't the best passive income businesses, because trust me, there's way better ones on this list as we will go into later on. But as for profits and the money breakdown, the Coke Lockup is the best, like I mentioned. It will require you to spend the same amount that you spend on the meth lab for supplies, $165,000. That will generate $525,000 in a full sell mission, and that will give you $360,000 in profit in just 5 hours, which makes it a lot better in profit per hour, giving you $72,000 per hour, which, if you couldn't already tell, is very, very good. So why is it at number 4? Well, it is actually solo friendly, because the sell missions aren't all that difficult compared to the meth lab and other MC businesses, for example, because you can get some really good sell missions with the Coke Lockup, such as the bikes. Those can easily be sold and require hardly any effort, which gives you full passive income, because all you have to do is do a quick 20-minute sell mission if you have a full Coke Lockup, which at the end of the day is not a lot of time for that much profit per hour. It's insane. But other than that, this is the end of the MC businesses. Now let's get into number 3. Coming in at number 3, we have the Acid Lab. This is the newest business to GTA Online, and let me tell you, it might be one of my favorite businesses in the game, and this is because the profit that you get requires literally the least amount of effort, making it my favorite passive income business to say the least. So how does this work? Well, it's like the MC businesses, but it's way better in my opinion. You see, the profit per hour is really good. You only have to invest $96,000 in buying supplies, which is insane compared to the MC businesses, and that will generate you $335,000 from a full sale. So what's the profit like? Well, it gets better. That's $239,000 for only 3 hours of production time. That's right, $239,000 for 3 hours of production time. That means $79,700 per hour. Now this is if you have the equipment upgrade, which let me tell you is totally worth it. If you don't have the equipment upgrade, what are you doing? It's the best thing in the game, especially for the Acid Lab and every other business on this list. Get the equipment upgrade because you will literally double your profit per hour. Now that's not all. The reason it's the best passive income business is because obviously you only have to do one thing, which is resupply, which let me go and do right now. Resupply that business, and there you go. And then over here you can go ahead and sell your product. This is where it gets really good. As you can see right here, I only have one sell vehicle. You saw my stock bar, it was up nearly halfway full, and I only got one single sell vehicle, which is the delivery bike. This is why the Acid Lab is my personal favorite and why it's number 3 on the list, because the profit per hour is amazing. 79,000 per hour, crazy, and the amount that you have to invest is so little that you hardly have to put any money in and you get a huge return. And then the best part about it is because when you go to sell, you have to put in the least amount of effort possible and you get the rewards. You only get one sell vehicle and it will take you about 10 minutes. Trust me, the Acid Lab is totally worth it if you haven't already invested in it. At number 2, we have the Bunker. Now this is infamous for being one of the best passive income businesses, and you're not wrong. It's not number 2 for a reason. You see, unlike other businesses, you do have to put in a lot more money for the supplies, but that's totally worth it with the turnaround that you get on the revenue for the sale. So you have to put in $375,000 in full supply cost, but that will get you $1,050,000, giving you $675,000 for a profitable sale. Now this does take 11 hours to fill up, however, which gives you a profit per hour of $109,000. Insane, right? Exactly. And all you have to do is, like every other business on this list, is press that resupply button and sell the supplies. Simple as that. You don't have to do anything else except let it fill up while you do, for instance, the Kaya Perigo heist in the background. I've made $20 million from the Bunker from only 50 sales, and half of them sales were not full at all. In fact, pretty much none of these sales were from a full Bunker. It's crazy. The money you can make from this is ridiculous. Invest in the Bunker. However, the selling missions aren't the best. They are decent, don't get me wrong, but they aren't the best. Sometimes you can get 4 vehicles, sometimes you can get 1 vehicle. Basically, the worst sell missions to get is Dune buggies and the Insurgent individual drop-off missions. Those will not be able to complete it solo, which is not the best. However, it is solo friendly in certain parts, such as the Phantom Wedges. You can get 2 of them for a full Bunker. That can be sold in literally 10 minutes. Simple stuff. And there you go. Easy profit. Always sell the Bunker with friends if you want to, just like every other business. But if you want this to be fully passive, get online, sell the stock once you've resupplied, and you'll make a very easy $160,000 in profit once you have sold half a bar of stock, which will only get you 2 vehicles. Try that method out and it'll be way easier for solo players. If not, take the risk, sell a full Bunker, and hopefully get a good sell mission. So at number 1, the best passive income business in GTA Online, it is of course the nightclub. This thing is by far the best business in the game, and there's many reasons for that. So why is this not considered semi-passive? Like I mentioned at the start, semi-passive is businesses that have wall safes. The nightclub has wall safes. So why is it not a semi-passive business? Well, you see, the wall safe doesn't really require active income to generate the passive income. Although the popularity missions can be argued as active, that is not the only way to fill up the wall safe. You can do the VIP escorts or throwing out troublemakers, which literally takes 1 minute of your time and gets you $50,000 every in-game day. It's a win-win. 1 minute of work for some very easy passive income, but that's not the only reason that the nightclub is the best. That is just a bonus. We have the warehouse. The warehouse is literally the best thing on earth and the best business aspect in the game. You see, the nightclub requires 0 resupply cost. You heard me, 0. You don't have to pay for any of this. The only way that the nightclub makes money is from your other businesses being active and running in the background. But your other businesses don't need supplies. Don't get that mixed up. What I mean by active is literally just sitting there empty. That's all it needs to be doing. And then the nightclub will make money off of that. It is ridiculous. No upfront costs. Nothing. $16 million from the nightclub, which can be considered quite low, which, don't get me wrong, it is. As you can see right there, $3 million from popularity alone. The wall safe is ridiculous. So how does the nightclub work? Well, the businesses that you own, you will assign technicians to those businesses, which will require quite a hefty amount upfront, but after that, that's the only cost that you will be spending on the business. The rest is up to them. They will make the money for you, and you just sit back and do whatever else you want. So a full nightclub can make $1 million. And it does take 20 hours to produce, which isn't a downside whatsoever. There's a reason for that. There's a lot of money to be made, so it does take a lot longer than the other businesses on this list, which gives a profit per hour of $111,000. Adding on top of that the popularity that you complete in your spare time whenever you log in, that will make you $50,000 more profit per hour. If I press the sell button for this right now, watch what happens. It is completely solo friendly. As you can see right here, one sell vehicle. Even if you have a full nightclub warehouse, you will only get one sell vehicle, which makes it not only fully passive, but also fully solo friendly. What are you waiting for? If you haven't invested in this business already, I totally recommend you do, because it's ridiculous. There we have it, ladies and gentlemen, the top 5 best passive income businesses in the game. Let me know if you learned something new today, and if you did, drop us a like, drop us a sub, and don't forget to comment below if you have any questions. But with all that being said, thanks for watching, and I will see you all in my next one.